All right, here we go. Next random ship. What's the pain gonna be from? 3, 2, 1, and random. Oh, that's painful. All right, well, it's not Fed C. Fed B, which is basically a worse Kestrel A in its weapons. Fed B. Ugh. Ugh. At least it's got better crew than Kestrel A, but worse weapons. Alright, slug on piloting. You wanna be the slug on pilot? Sure thing, Wham Ebola. Sure thing. Wham, bam, bola. Ah, sorry, Spectre. Wham Ebola beat you to it. Worse Kestrel A that can't cloak. Well, it depends on what you get for your systems. I would probably get cloaking and hacking over the mind control, depending on the crew we get. What's up, Flopstan? I need to go to ship design remedial school, Fed B. Okay. Have to get used to Clone Bay Fed Med Bay is so bad, yeah. Yes, it is. All right, 2 Nebula jumps does get us an extra jump, so let's go this way. Nothing to sell on the ship. Weapons are just worse. But it has an artillery. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right. Let's hope he doesn't have value point in shields, I guess. He doesn't. Okay. Oh, but I don't have any weapons. All right. I should probably send you over, but it's such a long run now. I'm not going to. Well, at least my artillery's still online. At least. Oh, and at least he's got a Mantis repairing his weapons. That's good for us. And artillery is helping. See, look how it helped everybody. OMD ran. Cecily man doors. Who do I put on doors for this? Who do I even put over there for that? A ship that can have more energy is needed right from the start. Seems Rand forgot his cheat engine on. What do you mean you don't have any weapons? You have our amazing artillery. Gonna be the useless human. Okay, Zagorg, sure thing. You like being the slug? Sorry, Whamambola already claimed it. I guess with 1 extra power, I can put this guy over here. Like, prevent that. I guess. Prevent this. Vending is awful. Borders in the rear of the ship get funneled into pilot. There can only be a fight to the death for slugdom. Okay. Advanced Edition fixed the cruiser inability to get cloaking. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, well, I OMD'd. Do I survive this? Depends on where he boards. Uh-oh. It's got a missile and a basic laser, a drone, free boarding, bullshit event. That is stupid. What I'm wearing makes me look like a Sith Lord. Nice. No, it's not on purpose. This is called a Snuggie. It's because it's cold here. Okay, that's good for us. He's got a fucking defense drone? Oh my god. Okay, well, go heal, I guess, now. Got a goddamn defense drone. Okay, we got his missile offline. Artillery will eventually kill him, I think. Oh my god. Nope, artillery did next to nothing. You worthless piece of crap system. Can't even try to repair that right now. I just need to get my weapons going quicker. Okay. What a stupid event that is. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Britnoth, for saying OMD, Obsessively Mandors. If I hadn't done that, that would have been way worse. Yeah, manning doors was huge right there. Okay. Let's get this repaired. Probably having the human on doors is better than this guy, but whoever mans engines has to man that. And I don't want Zoltan manning weapons, because Zoltan manning weapons is asking for your weapons to go offline anytime you move them, so. You're gonna go make a pizza, you're excited. Nice! I'm having pizza for 4 days for my dinner. Because I went and got, as Shogi calls it, Ebola pizza the other day. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so I could get one more jump before the store. Do I even go to the store? 28 scrap. I don't think I even go to the store. If there's a second store over there, I might go to it. May you be the pilot. Sorry, Hidden, it's Slug, and Slug pilot has been claimed like 4 times already. Apparently there's a duel to the death in chat right now. That is a great deal. 1 damage for 4 fuel, 22 scrap. I will take that any day of the week. That was a great pickup there. Alright, I can get second shield. I don't see... Okay, let's go ahead and do it then. Let's do that. There was a duel to death until the Great Salt Mishap of 2022. What do you know? Every ship we fought so far has had a missile. What do you know? Alright, he's got boarding. Okay. Shield value point. Oh, God. Damn it. I wouldn't be able to repair that in time. Okay, well, at least it's a missile, which I don't need shields for, right, everybody? I'm so glad of that. Okay, and his stuff is on fire. That's good for us. 8 missiles left. Artillery, you want to do something useful? Like get shields or weapons? Okay, that's good. I'm gonna use one more missile to not take a missile. Good. Oh, that's a really good deal. That's like a triple reward right there. Defense Scrambler plus stuff. That was a great reward for it, at least. Quit fighting over the slug, or Daddy Rand will turn the ship around, so help me God. I will take us all 5 bajillion miles back home. I like how someone moved to engines while pilot was busy learning, yeah. Looks like you're not going to be pilot today. Maybe on the next one, Inan. Maybe. Too much good luck, you're suspicious. You think these fights have been good luck? I mean, double rewards is good. But have you seen the ships we've been fighting? They all have missiles. I would not call that great luck or anything. Missiles and hacking. Look at this great luck we're having. Okay. His weapons got breached. Okay, that is really good for us. We gotta go do this. It's scary for slugs. This stream is often overflowing with salt. It's true, that is scary for slugs. As long as he always keeps his eye on online, we never take damage now. So all I need to do is just be patient. Wow, that was the best artillery swipe we've had. That was like a cheeky swipe across there. I don't know if we got double damage on any of those, but that was a really good swipe. Reminds you of Dune, the spice must flow, the salt must flow? Yes, yes, we've definitely made that joke on the channel before. The salt must flow. 44 scrap. I'm trying to save up for a store and a weapon upgrade. This is half power. Yeah. Okay. Just want the weapon offline. It's not time. Okay, well, weapons down is fine. Although it's not perma-down, so... Frickin' value point and shields, man. There we go. You be the captain of the next ship I blow up. Totally. You got it. Come on, game. Come on. 100% dodge. 100%. Yeah, that guaranteed to hit. That guaranteed to hit. Oh, that's never firing. 6 missiles were down too. I forgot to move this guy over. That would have given me 1 extra power. I don't know what with my Lido to hit. To see if it hits, wait for duels, see if it takes him. I don't know. So, why don't I wait for my Lido to fire and wait for the dual layers to see if it takes down enemy weapons, rockets? It depends on the situation, Hans. It depends. That's the answer I'm going to go with. It depends on what happens. If they have a missile, I'm trying to get it off as quickly as possible. And if they have value point and shields, waiting for my missile to hit their shields would just delay my shot anyway. There's many different answers I could give you. I don't have a great answer. Oh my god, from a half power into an asteroid field. I don't know, pick your reason for answers. Here, I will wait, because he doesn't have a missile. Thank God we dodged. And because I'm not perfect, maybe I'm not making the perfect play. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm taking each situation as it comes and trying to play as well as I can. So maybe I'm missing some slight optimization on some stuff. I don't know. That does connect. So my only other chance to store now is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's a store, I won't see that I missed it. Could you please not do damage to me? Nice! Now I don't even have to use missiles. I can just maybe get dodge training if I want. I meant the other way around. Enemy Artemis will always fire near the same time as your Lido, so let dual lasers shoot, see if enemy Artemis Lido is down, then decide if you use your rocket from Lido. Wow, that seems even more inefficient. What if his Lido hits my weapons? Tell a funny story? Well, I don't know if I have a funny story, but somebody asked if I have any Thanksgiving stories. Okay, this isn't gonna last long. And we just, okay. I don't really have a Thanksgiving story, it's over. My aunt, my dad's sister, at Thanksgiving, and this is more of a story about food that I don't like, so probably not that interesting. At Thanksgiving and Christmas every year, we would go, not every year, but many years, would go over to her house, and she would always make a turkey, which a lot of people in the US do, but she would, I think, fry it. Do something that when you make the turkey, it tastes like ham. And I do not like ham. I'm not a huge bacon fan, and I don't like ham very much at all. So I would always be like, do we have to go over there because her turkey tastes like ham? My parents are probably like, what do you mean it tastes like ham? Just turkey. But I don't know. There's some way to make turkey where if you fry it or something, it tastes like ham to me, and I'm not a big fan. So, not a funny story. It's just a story about more food that I don't like. Turkey that tastes like ham. Smoking it. That's what she did. Smoking it. That sounds right. Probably smoked it. Which is apparently became really popular at some point. If turkey tastes like ham, you've eaten bad ham. Okay. Good ham is really nice. I don't know. Ham is I like sausage, and I think I've had some decent pork chops. Ham, like cold cuts are just not my favorite. Wait, are we almost crew killing this? When he goes back, I'll find out, actually. Oh, that's really close to a crew kill. If he had 7 less health, that would be a crew kill. Oh well. I would have had to like get O2 down and stay down, and I don't know if there's a way to make that happen. Hamina, 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 hamina. What? I am really picky about food. Yes. Yes. That's why I talk about it so much. Because it's just one of those things for me. I'm less picky now than I used to be as a kid, because I will now... As a kid, if I had gotten a burger and I always get asked for cheeseburger, ketchup only. And if the people at the burger place accidentally put onions or lettuce, I wouldn't eat it. Wouldn't eat it. Now, if they accidentally put that stuff on it, lettuce I would take off. But like onions, I'll be like, oh, I don't like it, but I'll eat it. So I am actually less picky than I used to be. If I don't like bacon, I must have a malfunctioning taste bud. Well, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I'm not a huge fan of it. I like sausage more than bacon. All right. Good weapons at the store. And hacking. And a pre-igniter. Ooh, okay. Well, we always get this. What else do we do? I could buy the halberd beam. Oh, I had a defense scrambler. Yes, I forgot. Triple reward. Lettuce is almost tasteless, though. Not to me. But mainly it's the texture that I don't like so. Your sister said to me, meat is murder, but bacon is justifiable homicide. I actually watched a video last night by Neil deGrasse Tyson on YouTube called, Is There an Ethical Diet? And he talked about, you know, the debate a lot of people have between eating meat and not eating meat. And he posited, what if there were, you know, saving a mouse with a humane mouse trap to then set him out free into the wilds, where the mouse would probably get eaten by a bird or something, so you probably shortened his lifespan compared to cutting down 5 trees to build your house and you just killed all these trees. You know, it's like he likes to, you know, put things in perspective of what is actually doing the more or less damage to the environment. Because obviously, all the things we do to animals to create food is not good for the environment. But it's not the only thing that we do that's bad for the environment, you know? What are we doing here? I'm probably getting hacking. I only have 3 drone parts. You eat onions pure. I can't do that. If I want mind control, my final build, halberd might not be the best here. If people weren't supposed to eat animals, why are they covered in food? Hold on a sec. Let me think for a bit. If I sell Lido, I'm 1 scrap short from hacking plus halberd beam. Is that correct? Yes. You are a member of PETA? People for the eating of tasty animals. Right? I didn't really want to get into... I don't want to offend anybody if they're vegetarian or meatitarian. It was just an interesting video I saw yesterday. I'm not saying one or the other is better or worse than the other. But we are humans. We should all be vented because the choices we make kind of wreck our planet anyway. Maybe I just get 1 weapon upgrade and buy hacking. I know it's the second pre-igniter we've seen today. It's just so expensive. Alright, I'm doing this. I'm gonna do this. It's offensive upgrade and a flexible defense if we use the hacking. I will say... I'm going to try to not use hacking for a while because 3 drone parts is not very much. You'd be net positive unless your wooden house burned down. Well, the argument was the trees that you cut down created so much oxygen for the environment and a place for other things to live, like insects, birds, all these other things, that you're actually net negative for your impact on the planet if you cut down a tree but save the mouse. But, you know. Ooh, abandoned 2, we'll take that. That's why you wouldn't do well in FTL, you fall for all traps. Yeah. That's why you plant 5 new ones. Well, then you get into the discussion of, if you cut down a tree for your house that was 100 years old, how many years will it take till that will balance out if you plant 5 new ones? 20 years to make up for the 100-year-old tree you cut down? Like, there's a lot of interesting discussion to have there. You're a big seafood guy. I see food, I eat it. All right. Oh, man, this guy's weapons are pretty OP. Oh, my God. This guy has better build than we do. I'm gonna hack your weapons, sir. I'm just gonna do it. See if I can not use a missile here. Okay, that's probably what TF Richards was talking about earlier. Do that shot before I use my missile. But I just used my drone part rather than my missile, so. As long as you plant them within your lifetime, it has a negligible delay. Okay. However, how many people who actually build houses also plant trees? So, it's all fine and good to say that. But the thing is, we don't really do that. So... I keep forgetting to move my guy here, too. You're yo-yo dieter. Yo hot dog vendor. Yo peanut vendor. Okay. Remember seeing some people had a way to source wood from trees without outright killing them, letting them grow back? You don't think it's common practice. Well, that's pretty cool. I've never heard of that. Alright, so another store. We kind of want scrap, so I think we're skipping stores here. I'm going to attack the vessel. Okay, he can't damage us. This is fine. Isn't that a political discussion? I don't know. Is it? Maybe it is. I mean, I'm just talking about humans and our effect on the planet. Is that a political discussion? Maybe it is. I don't know. You planted 6 pecan trees last year and they all died. Oh, that's sad. Why am I laughing? I don't know. If I can't afford cloaking, what other system do I prefer for the ship? Mind control. Mind control, hacking, and cloaking are the 3 OP systems I like to get on every run. If I can't get one of them, I like to get 2 of them. Unless we get 1 extra. Damn it, I keep forgetting to move you, man. I need to hit enter. Hit enter. I guess I could afford long-range scanners, so let me maybe do 1 more jump, then I'll decide if we go to the store literally just looking for long-range scanners. Free borders. Okay, well, that's the reason we did this. Alright, vent the filthy humans. Come on into the heal bay. The dying's fine. Okay, let's go finish this guy off. Here we go. It's called the Daisugi technique. They don't cut the main trunk, and you think it only works on a very specific type of cedar tree. Interesting. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a way to harvest wood from trees without killing the tree. Alright. Distress beacon in abandoned sector A. Man, what if there's a flak? Alright, let's go only to this door and we go 1, 2, 3, I guess. You have a cedar that you tried to cut down over a year ago. We got through most of it, but about a 1/4 inch and it's still alive. Oh man, that sounds like you tortured that thing. Oh my god, hacking and burst laser 2s everywhere. I'm gonna use 1 missile to try to get offline. Oh, I did that backwards. Okay, well it missed anyway, it's fine. Try to replace your cedars with more land-friendly trees. What's a land-friendly tree? Is that a tree that takes up less space or something? When is it the optimal time to upgrade artillery beam as a beginner? Never. Never. Do not upgrade. This is the worst system in the game. After the boss fight, yes. Although, seriously, if you can't find a weapon upgrade before Sector 3, if you actually have to rely on artillery for your offense, you're in big trouble. But if you literally find no weapon upgrades, you can't get a store before Sector 3, you could consider doing it before Sector 3. But this is not a system that you're supposed to play around if you want consistent wins. Worst system in the game. Artillery is too expensive and too slow for what it does. You can't aim it. Sucks. It's terrible. Alright, we're hacking this guy's weapons. Can you tell I have strong opinions on the artillery? Alright, I'm waiting for the pulsar to go off. Beautiful. Thank you, Pulsar, for not getting my weapons offline. Good fight. Oh, I forgot to flash my shields. That was a mistake. Holy free halberd beam. Okay. Now I'm really glad I didn't buy the halberd beam. Waiting for artillery is how you enjoy ships consistently jumping away from you? Yes. Or killing you before your weapons ever go, your offense ever does anything. Artillery kind of sucks. You tend to view it as a means to help you out in a bad fight where your weapons get taken offline or that you get caught out with no weapons. Yeah. Cedars have wide and shallow roots, so they steal water from other plants' trees. They also have low canopies that block light to ground, as opposed to oaks, which have a high canopy allowing undergrowth. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Kenny? Artillery can be okay if you decide early you're going to go hard into it and are going to limit yourself to 5 weapon power. Maybe. I don't know. That even seems... like a last resort to me. Halberd beam is superior than artillery beam always? Almost always, yes. Because you can aim it. And it's faster. I'm going to buy in an NG again. Because again, one blue option gets me NG and I can get my guy on doors. Which is... If I buy an NG, it's like I'm buying a power. And blue options. There's also a mind control there. Alright. Silly device. Bless us with thy silly deviceness. We're not going to put you on shields, so you are actually silly device. Full-time silly device. I guess... Whoops. I fat-fingered something there. I guess what I will do is I will save your position there for now, but I'll always keep you there. So if I want to move them over, I need to go enter ZXZ. If we don't get boarded. But yes, halberd beam is one of the best weapons in the game, so it's absolutely 100% always better than artillery for many reasons. Charges faster, it's aimable. Those are the two main reasons. Cheaper to get online usually, or to upgrade to, I would say. Okay, do I hack your missile? Yes, I do. So much for me saving drone parts, I guess. Nice. Was the modded artillery firebomb overpowered, in my opinion? If it was something we played on our viewer-created ship day, probably. Unless it was that one that Adeline Fox and Queen created, because I think that was our only offense beside the basic laser. It was not overpowered enough. Depends on which one, but I think the one you're thinking of was not that strong. If it's the one I'm remembering. I can't remember, but I think that firebomb didn't do system damage. Or if it did, like, you couldn't aim it at the shields, so even if it's a crazy good artillery, but it's a bomb that only does system damage, not hull damage, you still can't choose where it hits. So, debatable if it was that good. Yeah, the downside to halberd beam is it's not great for crew killing. But if that's the downside, it's still pretty darn good. Alright, maybe we'll actually get some shield training, although he's got an eye on. Now I gotta decide if I do want to get cloaking. God, I hate Federation ships because it means I have to choose between hacking and cloaking and mind control. If I don't get mind control, phase 3 of the boss can be really rough. It's really hard to deal with borders without the mind control counter. But I probably still want to lean towards cloaking. At least we have slug on piloting, so you're immune to mind control. I need to practice bio swipes with halberd beam. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be working on that anytime soon. Only advantage of artillery over halberd is shield piercing. It's so long to charge. It's not a worthwhile trade-off. Is it an actual advantage if it's not actually? I wouldn't. Halberd beam pierces one shield, so, but it's just not good. Anytime somebody mentioned halberd beam on YouTube, it's, would halberd beam be good enough if, and then they start listing things like making it cheaper, making it faster, all this stuff. Problem with all that is, it's not going to be that way unless you play it modded, so it's just not ever going to be good. It's just not good. Stop trying to make it good, everybody. It's not good. Does it vent more air out of the ship if you open all doors in the middle of the ship? It would vent the rest of the ship faster as you open more doors, yes. But for the one room, it doesn't. Oh, I don't like this choice. It's instantaneous when the room is attached to a vent. But if you vent 4 doors in a vented room in a airlock, and then start opening other doors, 4 doors opening will vent faster than 1, 2, or 3 doors. God, do I go to Zoltan Homeworlds, man? This is a really tough choice. This is better for my choices afterwards. But Zoltan Border Police, man. Potential forced abandoned. Forced rock. Yeah, I know, bait worlds. Bait worlds. No scrap or death by Zoltans. I don't have long-range scanners, right? I didn't find them. What's my anti-boarding looking like? Kind of non-existent. This might end my streak. Do I get level 2 doors here to help deal with this boarding? No scrap sounds better than death. No scrap could just be a slow death. So maybe if you like slow death better than fast death. I think I'm gonna do that because of how afraid I am of border police. Although they could never beat a nebula, so I probably shouldn't have done it that first one. Oh, and it's a store immediately. Okay. Alright. Do I sell something to get mind control to help me against Zoltan Border Police? Means I'm not getting cloaking, which means I have 0 missile defense except hacking this entire run. Be worth if I get Zoltan Shield? Yeah, that's a big ol' if, though. That's a big ol' if. Thinking about just buying backup battery here, because I think I still prefer cloaking. Do I even go looking for the Zoltan Shield quest? I mean, otherwise, why did I even come to this sector? Oh god, don't kill me, Zoltan Border Police. Don't kill me, it's a pulsar, alright? Hacking has already saved us so much damage this run. Okay, alright. Flashed my shields that time. And it looks like that paid off. Beautiful. Okay, very nice. Alright, good fight. I wonder if I ever crew killed that if I had done something differently. I'll lock you in a fire. Is that ever a crew kill? It's probably greedy. Wait for him to die. Okay, so that guy will die. I don't think this guy ever dies. Unless he goes in there and we can lock him in long enough. But we might... Oh! I forgot to turn artillery off anyway. Alright, whatever. Whoopsie. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. I need to heal my crew first, though, actually. Already I'm helping. Well. It's fine, it's fine. I didn't do that right to actually crew kill anyway. I should have noticed the fire in the weapons room sooner, probably. There they are. Okay, his weapons aren't the worst, but I didn't get over here. Okay. Oh god. Okay, good. Yeah, they didn't time out well. That's good for us. Get over here. This. If I hack anything, I hack your shields. Beautiful. All right. All right, we survived Zoltan Border Police. We frickin' survived him. Nice. With 0 damage, too. Yeah, there's a fire in there, too. Okay. Oh, damn it. I was just about to say, can I crew? And... artillery. All right, that's really good. That's really good. I deserve the quest now. It doesn't matter what I deserve. FTL will give me what it wants to give me. Thank goodness they didn't board over here. We've got pretty lucky with their boarding, honestly, I would say. Is the Zoltan Shield quest always on a non-nebula? Yes, it's always on a non-nebula, non-distress, non-ship fight. It looks like an empty beacon. I don't have long-range scanners, so it makes it harder to find it, but... show off. I'm not showing off. I'm just trying to live, man. Free borders with... boarding. Okay, that is a lot of borders. Get off my ship. I don't know if that was the right play, but... I did... oh my god, he's got 2 shields and a fucking value point. Get that crap out of here. Okay. Yes, I would love to fight you in the heal bay. Welcome. 6 drone parts. At least our drone part numbers are doing okay. I don't know if hacking the teleporter was the right play there, but I did not want to have to deal with 4 or 5 Mantis orders. And thank God he didn't have cloaking with his boarding, because I've messed that up before where I tried to hack teleporter while they were cloaked and it didn't send them back, which is kind of BS. Already saves the day again. Oh my god. Alright, 97 scrap. Do I have a store coming up? I do. I'm gonna go here first before I even go into Nebula. Because I just really want long-range scanners. Yes! Burst Laser 2 and Cloaking. Man, these have been some amazing stores. They're kind of too good. These stores are kind of too good. Pre-igniter. It's his third pre-igniter we've seen today. I'm not getting pre-igniter. We're not getting that. We're getting long-range scanners for sure, and then seeing if I can sell something for Burst Laser 2. Yeah, we always do this. If I want the Burst Laser 2, I have to sell Halberd Beam or Lido and something else. No, I'm not getting the pre-igniter. We got the Halberd Beam for free. Do I want to sell it? Dual Laser, Burst Laser 2, Heavy Laser 1. It's pretty good. Ask them to take credit card. Can I put something on layaway? Because whatever I do, I'm going to be using Dual Laser plus Burst Laser 2. So that'll be 5 shots. God, I think I am going to do this. This will be a pretty darn good crew killing setup on the boss. I'm going to do that. Alright, now we can see this could be Zoltan Shield Quest. Maybe we can actually get that quest, I don't know. Although, it's a debate to even go for it, right? Half power. I did not purchase the Halberd Beam. I got it for free after not purchasing it from a store. I bought a Halberd Beam last run, but I didn't buy a Halberd Beam this run. Not that that should make that much of a difference, but... the Debate Worlds. Do I take the Debate? Do I actually look for empty jumps or not? I'm gonna go to 1. I don't know if this gets me an extra ship fight, so... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 6 guaranteed if I go up and around. So I'm gonna skip this one and go up this way. Even the crew would be amazing. It would be reasonable. I mean, I'm not gonna hard force going for the oh crap. Whatever it's called, I can't think. Zoltan Shield Quest, but there's still a small chance we could maybe get it. That's what Britnoth means when he says Zoltan Debate Worlds. Is going around taking empty jumps, which most of the time gets you no scrap, looking for something that, even if you get it, might not be worth all the stuff you missed to get it. So I'm going to probably take ship fights, and if there's like a forced non-fight jump, we'll take that as our chance to go for Zoltan Shield. Since we have long-range scanners, we just actually want to get scrap. Why are Zoltan Homeworlds now Zoltan Bait Worlds? Because You should just be taking ship fights, not going to empty jumps. Imagine getting the quest if you don't even get the shield. Well, that happens 50% of the time, so... Yeah, I'm not even going to go. I'm going to take the ship fights. Okay, those weapons are not that good. Zoltan is the worst sector hype in the game outside of Late Abandoned. The worst sector hype. I don't know what you mean by sector hype. If people are excited about it or get hyped up either negatively or positively for it. Oh, type. Oh. Oh, okay. You get a cool green dude, though. The problem is the cost. Have you heard of the term opportunity cost? If you're taking a bunch of empty jumps in search for a 50-50 on a really good defensive augment. That's if you have long-range scanners. And also the cost of just running into a Zoltan border police that kills you. It's often not worth the cost. Abandoned best sector in the game. I missed you, Kenny. Alright, well, we didn't get Zoltan Shield quest. Oh well. Abandoned 7 is worse than the boss. Potentially, it can be, yeah. A single border. I think to be honest, you have to say potentially worse than the boss. Alright. Happy venting day, slug. Oh, there's a fire. I probably crew kill this. Let's get you into sensors to see. Stop it. Stop it, artillery, stop it. Okay, this should get it. Got it. Yes, I know, artillery, I know. I got it. It's too late. It's alright, we still got the crew kill. Hardest is Lanius Bomber with 5 shields. I don't think Lanius Bomber can get 5 shields. I'm kind of with Britnoth. I'm pretty sure Lanius Bombers can't get 5 shields. We know that slugs can. I'm going to do a weapon upgrade here. And an engine upgrade? I have backup battery. Let's do just that for now. This is a really good weapon system we have here right now. Disruptors can rival the Zoltan Fuzz, but they are often not that dangerous if they roll defensive or internal drones. You've seen Mantis Bomber with 5 shields? I'm pretty sure that sounds right. Okay, he's got boarding. Pretty sure that is correct, but I'm also pretty sure that slugs and Mantis Bombers, I think, are the only ones that can get 5 shields. Maybe there's a Rebel Elite ship that can, or something. Another crew kill? Whoops. Oh well. Look at that guy rolling around his Sector 2 ship. Still obsessively manning my doors until I get one more crew. Alright, 79 scrap. Am I saving up for cloaking, or do I want to get a 3rd shield or a 2nd hacking? I should probably get level 2 hacking, honestly. Let me wait till next sector and see if there's an early store before I do that. Attack the rebels. It's got a missile. Defense drone Mark II. Plus a bajillion% dodge. Congratulations on your goddamn bajillion% dodge. Look, we got some bajillion dodges too. Thank you. Yes, we shared our dodges. Steel supplies? Alright. You just have to die of a plague. Get wrecked! Get wrecked! Rebels. Mantis homeworlds, NG controlled. Either way we go, we have a potential force Zoltan Sector 7 here. NG controlled. Mantis homeworlds. We went to Kazakh, we'd have to get level 3 sensors, level 2 heal bay, and we'd have to crew kill them, which is possible. We have silly device for NG blue options, it's true. I'm leaning towards NG anyway because we have long range scanners as well, so we can see what's empty. I don't really love Mantis homeworlds without a Mantis to deal with borders. Especially without mind control to help deal with said borders. Okay, no instant store, so I'm gonna get level 2 hacking. I might need it for crazy defensive NG ships. With like 3 shields and a defense 2 drone or something. Okay, we go to not Mantis sector, and hey, what do you know? More Mantids. Alright, his weapons are crappy, so gotta deal with the border and boarding here. Wow, 3 hits and shields are not down. I guess I didn't hit the heavy laser shot or something. Heal bay, we're not crew killing this one. Pop, 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 pop. Double reward? Alright, I'll take a free repair. NG sector, you get a Mantis for that stinky human. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. Maybe pushed into options between Zoltan and Abandoned. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things that could happen, I think, either way with our sector choices there. But our weapons are good. So that's... We have good weapons, at least. Do I go to the store? 79 scrap. I get mind control, and that's about it. Do I even want mind control? I'd rather have cloaking, I think. I'm gonna skip this first store. I already have the long-range scanners. Intruder on deck. I'd love a free Mantis. So what do I get? Free hull damage. Damn it. I even did it right. Okay, we got 1 ion offline, which is not enough. Oh god, don't hit, don't hit. Oh, this is bad. Okay, ouch. Double head ion stunner is actually good. Go frickin' figure. I keep doing my weapons in the wrong order here. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we didn't take too much damage, thankfully. Oh, we were shieldless with a halberd beam firing at us for a second there. That was scary. He only hit 1 room with his halberd. Thank God. Thank God the AI sucks at aiming beam weapons. Ion stunners when they damage your shields is hilarious. Yeah, that one actually would have been terrifying. We would have been stuck in there repairing shields. That would have been really, really bad. Alright. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? 107 scrap. We're getting decently close to cloaking. Does this connect up here? Yes, it does. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Surprised AI isn't better at aiming on hard. For sure, it'd be super unforgiving. Yeah. Alright, if we hack his piloting, shoot at his weapons, we should, I think, be guaranteed to get his missile offline. There's no cloaking. Or it fires, I think. slightly slow. We got it. Okay, good. Whew, that was kind of close. I almost didn't do that in time. Actually, we're going to leave you there because you can't get any shield training anyway. Good. Double reward? Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if it's how difficult it would be to program the AI to actually do good swipes. I don't know how difficult it would be. Probably doable. Yeah, our scrap is looking good, but I'm trying to save up for shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If I see a store over here, I'll change my route. But if I don't see a store over here, we're going up this way and hoping our second store's not up there, but somewhere up there. Is it about time to free my NG to work as a ship slave? Not yet. Oh my god, another rebel disruptor. Okay, beam drone is actually pretty good for us. Okay, I'm late on this, so it's fine. Okay, I should not have let him get 2 missiles off. Hashtag never punished, though. We dodge it. Beautiful. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, thank God this Rebel Disruptor didn't have hacking. And it only had a single missile. That could have been way scarier. 4 missiles, 4 fuel. The rest of that deal was worth more, I might have gone for it. Actually a pretty weak disruptor there. Alright, there's a store. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's plan that route. I want to do one more jump before the store and hope we get cloaking, because if we get cloaking, hoking, we're actually in great shape. 2 shields, double defense drones. I'm going to try to save a drone part. That might be greedy to save a drone part. Nice. Nice. 0 dodges for you, sir. It's a fire in the weapons room. Beautiful. Shield slave. Nah. They're hardly getting any shots off anyway. I'd rather have better anti-boarding. I want one more crew before I move somebody into shields. It's more important to man doors against ridiculous boarding events than it is to have slightly faster shield charging in most situations. And if it's a situation where I do need faster charging shield recharging, I will move him over there. So all right, we're hoping for cloaking. Damn. Another heavy laser though. Drone control. Damn. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm looking at that heavy laser. I'm looking at it. I'm also looking at Clone Bay in here. This weapon system is really good. My anti-boarding, my crew is not that good. You have crew? You don't have crew. Every time you play FTL, you're impressed all over again at how good the music it is. Ah, it's so good. I'm really considering this Clone Bay. Let's do giant alien spiders. If I don't get mind control, it's a much better system to have. You know what? I'm gonna buy this. And a couple people. I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can't afford cloaking if it's like this jump, unless we get a really good reward. But I'll feel a little less scared of borders, maybe? Question mark. Gotta need power though too. I was really hoping for cloaking. That's why I was banking so much scrap. Okay. Okay, your weapons are terrible. We fought more Mantis than NG ships in this sector, haven't we? Because I think we fought one NG ship with Mantis on it, and this is our second or third NG Mantis ship. The sacred mantis hunting grounds over here, I guess. Woo! That was a great reward. Okay, I could now afford cloaking if there's a store right here. Did I not say I couldn't afford? Hold on a sec. Does this sell for 21? It sells for 27. We know that from last. If there's cloaking here, I literally called this. I frickin' called it, everybody. Frickin' called it. I called it. Bam. All right. All right, now I need power for days. Another heavy, yeah. And if only, if only. I'll buy one more fuel. Now it's all about upgrades. We do not go to stores for a while now. We need to gain scrap. Our weapons are insane. Our systems are good. Our anti-boarding, not that good. I'd actually like to take that deal if I had more fuel, but I don't have more fuel, so. I would love a free crew right about now. Okay, free drone parts. Pretty good. Dual laser is basically the same as heavy laser. It's close. Your specialty. Piloting for 9? Yeah, I'll take that deal. Saves me, what? 11 scrap. Abandoned 5. I think we take Rebel here. I do not deal well with Lania's bombers. Mind control plus teleporter probably just kills us. Hopefully I don't have double abandoned 6 as my choice, though. Alright, what do we got? Asteroid field. Okay. Frickin' Rebel Disruptor with hacking and drone control of some sort. I have cloaking. Do I take this fight? His weapons aren't amazing, but if he's got like double combat drones... I do have cloaking and hacking. It's an outpost. This is a guaranteed double reward, isn't it? Yeah, we go for a guaranteed double reward. What are you hacking? My O2. Okay. Hacking down. Okay. All right. Thank God for artillery. Never thought I'd say that, huh? Distracting the ion intruder. That's the only thing it was good for. The artillery just did the best thing this run has done. Stopped artillery. Nice double word. Stopped ion intruder drone from going to my weapons. The best thing it could have done. You wanted to tell a skeleton pun, but you don't have the guts for it. I was going to say there's no meat on the bones, or I lost my nerve. I don't know. But okay, that's a good one, I guess. Okay. Let's do this. Do I keep doing this? I probably still do this. I've heard you tell so many puns, I'm helping you with punchlines now, Wham Bambola. Do you feel guilty yet? Or maybe you think my job here is done. Man, do I go into an asteroid field? Nebula doesn't get me an extra jump. Actually it does, because I get 11-12. And I wouldn't get 11-12 from there. I could get 11-12 this direction, though. So I might actually go through the artillery, through the nebula. You will never feel guilty. Never! Never! Right, what do you got? Auto scout, mind control, and a missile. Alright, let's hack your weapons. Fuck you, FTL. Excuse my French. Did you all see how many dodges that was? Did you all just see that? I shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of shots, and I hit 1. Fuck you, FTL. Twice in a row, we've done 0 damage with this many shots. In an asteroid field. I think I get this out in time, actually. Come on, come on. Oh, give me a fucking break, FTL. What are these goddamn dodges, man? Jesus. I'm pretty sure that guy just dodged about 80% of most of our volleys or more. God damn it, game. Scale from 1 to 10, how would I grade Kestrel Ventures in terms of giving useful tips for hard mode players? 0. -5. Okay, maybe a 1, because they did get cloaking. Like, the only positive thing they did. They bought cloaking. Uh-oh. Wait, here's a wall of text for a joke. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender asks the horse if it's an alcoholic, considering all the bars he frequents, to which the horse replies, I don't think I am. I think not. Poof. The horse disappears. This is the point in time when all the philosophy students in the audience begin to giggle, as they are familiar with the philosophical proposition of cogito ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am. But to explain the concept beforehand would be putting Descartes before the horse. Wow, okay. Wow. That is a long paragraph for not that good a joke, sorry. Maybe philosophy students love that joke. Love the pronunciation. Sorry, I probably butchered it, but you know, whatever. That's level 3 cloaking. I took diction classes for many different languages. Latin was not one of them. Oh, Descartes. I thought you were talking about the Latin. Okay, Descartes. Descartes. Descartes, right? I don't know. Well, there's Latin in there too, so I thought you were talking about the Latin pronunciation. What do you do when you play tug of war with a pig? Pulled pork. Nice, nice. All right, let me get 1 power. Next, I'm going for 3rd shield. And if I found a store, would I even go to it right now? My weapons are good. My systems are done. I have a defense drone to sell. I'm going to get value point in it at least. More like these nuts. Got them. There you go. Okay. Reject. This is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. You go beyond shields, bro. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me time this right. Okay. I'm greeting and I'm not hacking, and I'm probably going to regret it. Okay, pretty good dodges. I don't think I regret it. I saved a drone part for this fight. I'll take it. When, on that event, if you reject the rebel wanting to join you, then you go to the second one. If it shows you the crew, you know that it's safe to take. So that's how I knew that I could get that crew without chancing losing a crew there. Alright, 60 for our actual 3rd shield. Right? Another asteroid field. 987-65432. If I go up there and then down and around, I could do it too. What a fantastic reward. Honestly, any free crew is a fantastic reward right now. Don't hack my weapons. Oh my god, it's a shield hack. No weapons for you, dude. Okay. Now we gotta get his hacking down. Because the shield hack could still cause us damage. Beautiful. Get 2-shot, bro. Get 2-shot. Good fight. Only 2 damage there. 1 or 2. Did we take 3? I don't know. Not too much damage. What's this quest? He's leading us to a hidden rebel cache or something. Do I need level 2 sensors for a blue option on this? I don't know. I think it's called hidden rebel cache or something. Ravens have 17 main wing or pinion feathers, while crows have 16. So the difference between crows and ravens is a matter of opinion. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, he's running. All right, I didn't want to hack this guy, but he's running. That was pretty funny. I dug that one. Beautiful. A matter of opinion. I get it. Pie Boy, I know, would approve of that one. Want us to tell you about the quest? Yeah, if you want to tell me if it needs sensors 2 for blue option, do tell me. Because I'd look it up, but I'm just not going to right now. I have a store before then. And I do have a defense drone to sell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It says nothing of the source, just high reward or low reward. Okay, so it's just gambling, eh? Swag sensors anyway. Well, if I don't need it for a potential blue option, I'm not going for it. And honestly, long range scanners doubles a lot of the level 2 sensor blue options, so I'm definitely not going to do it. 3 shields. It's a good hack for us. Man, so much for me not wanting to use my hacking every single fight, because holy crap. Very good hits, though. I'm using drone parts almost every single fight, man. Oh, we got a drone part back at least. Is a fight better on average than low scrap? On average, I would say probably yes, but I don't know that for sure. That is a ship fight, so I probably even want to take that jump. High resources with some scrap is better than a fight. Better than a fight on average, because if you get a fight with double rewards, then a fight with double rewards is probably better than high resources with some scrap. Okay. I feel desperate enough to actually buy a Mantis for crew right now. The only free crew we've gotten is a human. I guess I could maybe get Rockman instead of Mantis, since there are more blue options with a Rock dude. Like lead him out of a nebula, have your Rockman pose as captain. Let me take that. Alright, and I am gonna get 3rd shield. 10, 13, 14, 15, 2 power. Couple repair. Taking the 2 extra power because I know we're going into a half-power nebula. And that puts us at an uneven number that rounds up. That will be extra power I will want. Repair Mantis. Repair Mantis, best Mantis. I don't know what you're talking about. Nice, got a fire in there. Beautiful. 0 stinking dodges, and we got to vent some humans. What could be better? I can't think of anything. Good stinking fight. Alright, we're about to find out if this is low reward or high reward with scrap or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was not quite as large as advertised. That was low scrap reward. Oh well. It was free stuff. So I won't be too mad at that human. Only a little mad. Only a little mad. Not quite as big as advertised. Giggity, that's what she said. That is a 7-power weapon system. I have cloaking. I'm going to attempt to not hack here. I'm going to go for shields for the first volley. Try to take out his weapon for the second volley. Because we get 2 volleys off, and at the time his Flak 2 fires once. Which is one of the big weaknesses of the Flak 2. Perfect. Didn't have to use a drone part. Oh, but he is running. Get wrecked. If that was 3 drone parts, I'd consider it. And then probably say, no thanks, and kill you. Okay. Man, our weapons are really strong. Free borders. Clone Bay, missile. Okay, I have a rock due to deal with borders, and I have my NG on doors. I'm gonna hack shields and shoot weapons here. Beautiful. No weapons for you, sir. Whew, that was a little dicey, but we got there. This guy's gonna have so many crew on his ship after this clone bay finishes cloning his dudes. He's gonna have 5 crew on his ship, I think. 1 drone part is not enough. I think I might get level 2 clone bay here. I need that and a dodge upgrade. Let me get this next... I'm gonna do that first. More heals between jumps and value point for not losing crew. We have the station. Nice! Okay, alright. You are my shields guy. Human on sensors. And now Rock is in the middle of the ship so he can get around quicker. That is power and crew. That was a good reward. I wonder if my level 2 clone bay just got that? Or I think that was level 1 clone bay gets you that. Alright, well, abandoned 6. We don't want to go there. Either way, it's a potential forced Zoltan. So let's go Mantis. Oh yeah, where's RPG Nerdos? We got our shield Zoltan. There is somebody on YouTube who specifically wanted to be the battery Zoltan, who is the second Zoltan that sits in shields next to the other shield guy. If I had somebody else with dodge training, this would totally be him, but sadly, I need this guy for my doges. That is a dead end. Alright. Go ahead and get this. That's almost a forced dive, man. 1, 2, 3... 4. Wow, what a I hate sectors that start out like this. That you have 0 choices on where to go. If you go here, you are forcing yourself to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're forcing yourself to triple dive if you go there. No, it's not worth losing the old engines. If I get another crew with some training, I might go for it, though. Oh my god. Almost insta-killed that guy. You know what? Get vented, dudes. What's that? Frickin' mantids for free. What sector are we in? Oh, we are in Mantis sector, actually, so that's not anything I'm allowed to complain about. Okay. Alright, come on in, the dying's fine. Holy crap. Alright, got level 2 engines. Do I lose a little bit of training to refresh you? I definitely do you and the human. Let me save these positions, though. Save positions. Sorry, Scylla device. Not sorry, human. Time for a little venting. Therapeutic venting. I know, Mantis in the Mantis sector. Such cheating. Much wow. Not even fair. If you're there, hopefully a blessed run. I hope so, too. A silly device and an RPG, nerdos? Surely that's blessed and not death. What sector are we in? Sector 6? Okay. I'll buy 3 fuel. That's normally what I do there. For that event, if I'm just not dying for fuel or not overflowing in fuel. Alright, no missile, but boarding. Okay, so I should be able to not use drone parts here. Chain Ion, best weapon in the game, right, everybody? Right? 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 Oh, wait, no, it's the worst weapon in the game. One of them. Oh, damn it. Oh, okay, it's the running away event. So do I care about free weapon? Not really. I care about scrap right now, so thanks for nothing. Go ahead and die. What cluster? I don't know what that means. You mean sector? We're in sector 6. Sector 6, right here. That's an interesting way to describe it, though. A star cluster. Okay. So what's my next upgrade? Level 3 hacking. Store for augments. Now I might take a pre-igniter, although I'd rather I think I'd rather have an automated reloader with this weapon system than a pre-igniter. Sector, cluster, same word. It's about the same. It's about the same. I like to call it a star smorgasbord myself. What smorgasbord are we in? Sounds delicious. Okay. Double missile weapons. I will hack you. You're also running. The doges. Alright. I don't ever crew kill you, do I? Nah. Nah. Free breach missile. I could sell that at a store. Reloaders work with Artie too. Yeah, even more reason to get it. For the system that I never power and that I hate. Stealth weapons? Now that could be something to consider. Now I would consider stealth weapons. Because level 3 cloaking with this weapon system could be pretty decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is the beacon map sure to be generated like so that you don't have a forced dive in the beginning? Have we ever had a forced dive no matter which direction we've gone in a sector? I don't think it can have a forced dive. If you make a mistake, you know, there's no defense against that, but by one drone part. I don't think it can spawn in such a way that you're forced to dive. Somebody in chat may be able to give a better, more definitive answer, but I don't think that can happen. You're pretty sure as well. I watched FTL. That's how I think. Like, this one was close, but I don't think it can possibly force a dive. God, these double missile ships, man. I'm slow on this, but it's okay. Stun bomb. Okay, my shield is fine. It's not my weapons. We're good. Get blasted. No shields for you. And we never crew kill you, though. We don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. Yes, it's the Bob Ross of FTL. Just call me Rand Ross. I'm just very salty. Salty Ross. Heard on the grapevine, but you've never heard an oracle definitively declare it so. I mean, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence, but I don't know that anybody's ever gone through and counted runs, and I have a feeling it's probably in the code that it can't force a dive. I'm basically boss ready now, actually. This is a 7-power weapon system, and I am happy with it against the boss. Everything else is gravy. We are kind of ahead of the game right now. Happy little flaxidents. That's what it is. All right, only 2 shields. I'm gonna not use hacking here. Goodness, his dodges are really good. With nobody on effing piloting, by the way, I might add. Double burst laser, 2 heavy laser. How are you dodging all of this junk? Man, I wish I had mind control instead of this stupid artillery. Worst part about this ship, I'm stuck with the legacy of the crappy loadout. Start. Oh, he just shot 2 of my burst laser, 2 shots with his burst laser too. Rand Ross, got it, boss. Children are happy accidents. Yes, I have heard that one before. I have heard that one before. I think from you, Inan, actually. All right. Rand the Horse. Is that like a constellation title or something? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time I took damage. Surely I get free crew this time, right? Hey, it worked. All right, free mantis. Defense drone. Okay. Yeah. I should have done no damage, honestly, with all those shots. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That with his weapon system... F you, FTL. Fuck you, FTL. Un-effing believable, man. Get wrecked. There it is. There it is. I need to cloak this next one. Or I have no shields left. These effing dodges with no... Ugh. I'm greeding by not using a drone part. I took 1 damage for greed. Seriously, though. Are you all seeing the amount of ridiculous dodges on these ships? It's insane. You want to be the free mantis? Sure thing, Contosul. I don't understand what Rand equals horse means. I don't know what that means. I did use a drone part. Oh, I did, and they shot it down, didn't they? Well, that's why I didn't use a second one. I was greeting for it. Why not destroy pilot room to negate dodges? Whatever I aim at, they have a chance to just dodge anyway. There were many choices. I could go for shields. Why not shoot shields so they don't have shields? Why not shoot drone control so their drones are down? I mean, many different options. I chose the shields for most of my shots. That's not a great deal. I was trying to shoot things that would stop them dodging or blocking with shields or shooting them down with drones, and they were blocking and dodging and shooting my shots anyway. They had 2 shields, a defense drone Mark II, and apparently 80% dodge with how many shots they were dodging. Do I care about diving for a store and an extra jump? I'm really strong, I could. Is there anything that I have to sell at the store? Could be a flak at the store. Do I commit to a dive for a chance at a flak? Nah. Our weapons are good enough. Yeah, it's 2 beacons and a dive. Might have been worth it. But, Leadon, that's... I don't know. I didn't find that shooting piloting... They also had NG, so whatever I shot, there was a large chance they repaired it before my next volley anyway, so... I don't feel like there was any one thing I could have shot that would have been the best choice. God damn it, he's got double NG repair party going on over there. Okay, got his missile down at least. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll shoot piloting, now that I've got his weapons down. I will tell you, my default in almost every ship fight, unless there's some big giant missile and I have some very particular system, is almost always kill shields, kill weapons. If it's an auto scout, sometimes I will pass on the kill shields things to try to get piloting down. But in general, that is my modus operandi, whatever. That is 80% of the time what I will go for. I was hoping for augments or a good weapon. We don't have any of those. Augments and weapon upgrades, kind of the only thing we could even use, so... I want to buy a drone part. Is it modded or ships only? No, we're not playing modded. The only mods I have installed when I play what I consider vanilla are what I call cosmetic mods, which are Rebel Fleet Pursuit Indicator, which gives us the lines, the backgrounds to make the game prettier, and Dumble Doge because Dumble Doge is awesome. Yeah, my drones are low. I bought one. Hoping to get at least one repair station before the final sector, or in the final sector. Man, these dodges are just getting crazy on these ships. Okay, good dodges for us at least. No, I only play modded FTL on Mondays, where I play ships that are modded. If I'm going for a hard mode no pause streak, playing with modded ships would be pretty cheesy. I couldn't really claim any kind of skill if I'm using modded ships. I don't think I ever crew kill this, do I? Unless the fire spreads a lot and he dies in the fire, which he never will. You should say, man who runs behind car will get exhausted, but man who runs in front of car will get tired. Okay. Some of the bot works, some of it's dead. The bot is offline for some reason. Okay. I just turned Deep Bot back on, or ran bot plus. I don't know what happened to him, so there we go. Good double reward. Engine control, we should find another store, so I'm gonna not go back to that store to sell. Holy crap, I definitely have stuff to sell. Please give me a store. I have so much scrap right now. Holy scrap. Man who stand on toilet, high on pot. God. Okay. Alright. 3 shields, Vulcan, giant missile. I'm gonna do 1 volley, and if it fails, I'll use my hacking. Alright, we're doing this. There we go. No doges there. No missiles, please. There it is. No missiles for you. That's a lot of rewards. Yeah, we did just get a bunch of rewards. You gotta go pick up your kids from the bus. Thanks for the entertainment. Good luck with the run. My pleasure, Gentleman Giant. Have a great rest of your day. Did I really say that? Quote 34? Let me tell you the story about that one. Have you ever seen the show or the movie Watchmen? There's a story behind the Blue Federation ship. I don't know if I said that exact quote, but I said something like that. You know the character Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, who's naked the entire time, and you just can't look away? That was what that was in reference to. This looks like a dive sector. But I really do want another store. Watchmen the movie, yeah. That's all I can remember from that movie. All right, that guy's junk. It's just out there. The entire movie. Most of the movie, anyway. I'm just going all in on weapons. Please don't dodge everything. Okay, that missile's still online, though. That sucks. That's what that quote is in reference to. Okay, that sucks. But I mean, why's it gotta be naked the whole time, though? Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and vent them. I'm gonna refresh you in a bit. You remember the comics, but you're not sure about the movie. Dashman felt so close to right, but was missing something. I didn't like it all that much, but like my favorite comic book movies are almost all the Spider-Man movies. Basically, all the Spider-Man movies except for the middle ones, the Amazing Spider-Man. What that guy's face? What that guy's face? So Watchmen's a little too dark for me. He's naked because human habits get at me nothing to him. Yes, I know that's the reason, but still, it was distracting. It's all I could see anytime he was on the screen. Some things just don't travel well from comic to movie. Andrew Garfield, yes. Excuse me. I don't want to do this. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hope we see a store. Thank you. Whichever ones had Emma Stone get your vote. Those are the Andrew Garfield ones. I did not like those. Nice free stuff. Man, I have 400 scrap. There's my store. This is why I'm saving all this scrap. People are going to ask, why don't you spend your scrap, Rand? Well, if this store has a pre-igniter, an automated reloader, a flak, and a burst laser 2, you will know why. It has nothing I want, so there was no reason to save all my scrap, apparently. Literally nothing I want. There's another store down there, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I still can check one more store. I will get fourth shield, because I just have that much scrap. And yes, I will get that before I do any upgrades on artillery on this ship. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we're going to dive anyway, here's a tip. I learned this from Lethal Frag. If you're going to dive anyway, go to the exit beacon before you start the dive, because the exit beacon could be a ship fight, could be a store, could be free stuff. Exit beacon, as long as it's not in a nebula, could actually be gains of some sort. And it was a ship fight. So there we go. It's definitely worth going there. Why is this weapon not online? Stupid, stupid play me. Okay, I might take one missile here unless I dodge it. Not a good enough deal. No doges. Sad times. Take the exit, then have by advanced FTL navigation. You could take an even bigger dive. That's true. Didn't even think about that. That's a good point. I'm gonna get one more power, so I have all this online here. But artillery. Honestly, I kind of have nothing else to upgrade if I don't get another weapon. So I'm probably going to start upgrading artillery next. Okay, I don't need fuel. How do trees get online? They just log in. I get it. There's a pre-igniter. Do I actually want it? There's advanced FTL navigation. I mean, I guess it's a little bit helpful on phase 3 of the boss to get through Zoltan Shield quicker. Does having a crew and artillery speed up the charge? No. You can't Manning bonus that. I said I'm not going to buy a pre-igniter with this run. Well, I've seen 2, and when I didn't have 270 extra scrap, I was not planning on it. Here, it's just a buff. I have to wait for my hacking anyway, but I can maybe get one volley while I wait for my hacking. So I'd rather have that than upgrading my artillery, honestly. I am going to buy this too. Because now... I don't get one extra dive. Advanced FTL navigation does help me in the final sector. I'm going to buy one drone part just in case we get 0 repair stations in the final sector. Rand said that in the past, but Rand, the present is different. That's right. So different. Thank you for not having a missile with your cloaking. This guy has to be very lucky to do any damage, so turn that on. 0 is possible in the final sector. Well, 0 is possible to get if they get taken over really. If they're really far from the player and get taken over really quickly, it's quite easy to get 0 repair stations. It happens to me all the time. Maybe not all the time, but frequently enough that don't ever think that you're guaranteed to get a repair station. They could have 2 repair stations could spawn, one where the boss starts and one on the first jump that gets taken over. So you see one repair, then you do one jump, and the next jump could be that other repair station getting taken over. And if you're more than 2 jumps away, actually if you're more than 1 jump away, you're not getting it. So can it roll 0? No, it rolls 3 every single time. 3 is guaranteed, but you're not guaranteed to get them. It always rolls 3, but what you don't see is them sometimes being taken over by the first jump or the Rebel Flagship. So there's always 3. All right, here's our dive. Crap. Yeah, coming in the fire. Be in a fire and get vented. I messed that up because I didn't have enough power. I'm missing 1 power. Actually, I took the power out last jump and I just didn't put it back. Okay, that's hitting us. Okay, we don't take the damage. Beautiful. You've seen all 3 where the boss spawns, so you get none. Yeah, but it didn't roll 0 in that scenario. You just got as unlucky as it's possible to be. And then you get 3 right next to the entrance beacon, which is really rare. But I might have forced dives if I go for all these. I'm getting value points even before I upgrade my artillery. FTL Navigation's best value is the insurance to jump away from a weapon hack. Yeah. Triple frickin' weapon, missile weapons, eh? Okay. You have lost your weapon privileges by having just a bunch of missiles, sir. You have cheated too much today. Get blasted. This is crazy how strong this weapon system is at 7 power. So 4 of the best weapons of the game we have right now. Drone parts, yeah, we need the repair station. We need 1 repair station for drone parts. Okay, we go there, we check the store. Then we beeline it to the base so we can jump back and maybe get extra jumps from our advanced FTL navigation. We probably don't get that many. Now we should be good on drone parts. Well, damn, that's a forced dive. Halberd beam is good, but it's not better for crew killing. And since I don't have mind control, I need to be very, very smart about crew killing on the boss phase 1 and 2. So, what about firebomb for crew killing? What if I used firebomb phase 1? Yeah, long-range scanners is worth selling for sure. I am actually considering a firebomb right now, because we have it pre-ignited too. So my thought is buy firebomb, use it phase 1 of the boss, maybe phase 2 if we don't get enough crew kills. Hack shields. I could hack piloting, but no, I'm gonna hack shields and lock them all in and firebomb them. To eat waffles or not to eat waffles? That's the question. Always eat waffles. We do this. We do this for phase 1 of the boss. We get 1 weapon power. And we get as many crew kills as possible while leaving 1 guy alive. Turn off our artillery for sure. Yeah, we take dual lasers off because if we're hacking shields anyway, we want heavy lasers. Heavy lasers, all these weapons start fires. So that's what we want for the boss fight. So I'm going to do this for now. For the non-boss fights. Okay. You have to do 1 more dive. Small chance we can come back and get this repair. How fat are you? What does that question mean? No, I'm gonna hack your piloting and shoot everything at weapons. Is that supposed to be a rude question or a joke? I don't get that question. Okay, weapons burned down. That's beautiful. Get blasted. Oh, that was a question about the waffles. Oh, okay. Okay. Like, that seemed out of nowhere. There should be a Prometheus weapon in the game, the fire starter. Okay. Alright, so here's our dive before the boss gets to the base. Let's get our last value points. And then maybe I'll actually consider getting artillery up, but maybe I actually just want level 3 cloaking for phase 1 of the boss, even though I don't have stealth weapons. But I still say the same answer, no matter how fat you are. The answer is always yes to waffles, because waffles are amazing. Wow, these dodges, though. Well, I wanted to just kill this guy. That hits, so we don't stick around. How much weapon power did that ship have? 9, 10? Oh, I didn't even look. It's a dive ship in Sector 8, though. They often roll over 8 weapon power. So when anybody ever says anything about cheating in FTL that the player does, I always say it's nothing compared to what the AI does, because they can have 10 weapon power, which is crazy. All right. Yeah, they can have... Enemy ships can have 10 weapon power and 5 shields, which would be 10 shield power. Ridiculous. And just downright cheaty. Downright cheaty. There's no rule that says that ships can't be better than yours. There is in my brain. In my brain that wants things to be fair and balanced. But then FTL would be a very different game if that was the truth. Saw a ship with triple charge 2 a while ago. It not only requires 9 power, but looked really cool. Gonna head out in and right. We'll see you later. Have a great night, my friend. Okay, 130 scrap. What am I doing? I'm gonna do this so I have the option for level 3 cloak. And I can back up battery my artillery if I want to. Time to ask subset to make enemy artillery Artemis missiles 1 power. You know what? If they did that and took away about half the enemy's weapons, so like the amount of half the number of missiles they had, so like the number you start with on this ship, 8, which is still more than I think they should have, I would probably be okay with that. I'd probably be cool with that. Okay, firebomb, you're right. Good reminder. Firebomb for phase 1. Pre-ignited firebomb. No, they're not. All this is pointless conversation. They're not changing any of this stuff, obviously. All right, so I'm going to hack shields. Firebomb. Shields or artillery? I'm going to fire my weapons. How do I want to do this? Burst laser, 1 heavy laser at... No, I'm going to fire a burst laser at artillery, both heavies, and my firebomb at shields, because I mostly care about getting a fire in the shields. Well, I'm not going to get through all 60 of these firebombs, probably. Alright, if he hacks my weapons, we're running. Doors is a great hack. Just gonna do this. Well, he dodged the first one. We got 0 effing fires. Great start. Great start. Okay, well that one hit. I'll take that. I'll take that. So there's now a fire in their shield room. Their missiles are back online. Whole goal of this is to get as many crew kills as possible while taking as few missiles as possible. Beautiful. Kill that guy. No, I'm not. Is that the cloak? Okay. Does anybody get through the peel bay? I need to check. Oh, those fires are spreading. Oh, yes. All right, if I kill it now, then side room bug kills the last guy, and he has... Oh, okay. I don't think animation finished on the pilot dying, so I think pilot lives, but side room bug guy dies. So that should be all but one kill. All but one crew dead, which was the goal. So great, great phase one right there. So good. Side room bugs. So in easy and normal difficulty, on the Rebel flagship, the missile room and the laser room are separated from the rest of the ship by an empty space. That's to make it so it's easier for boarding. Hard mode, they made those connect so boarding is harder. And if enemy crew are in those rooms, when the ship dies and goes to the next phase, they are considered dead because it glitches thinking that room doesn't exist or something. So, if there's crew alive in that room when the phase ends, I believe they are dead and don't come back. People in chat can tell me if that's right or not, but I believe that's correct. I can jump there and maybe get this in case it's a ship fight. Never knew that? Yeah. One of many, many things I've learned from other experienced FTL players. I don't think there'll ever be another FTL game. I don't think there'll ever be a roguelike that comes anywhere close to being as good as FTL. FTL's just too good, man. It's just too good. Wow. So are this guy's dodges too good. Hades is up there. I feel like it's a different type of roguelike, but I don't know. I've never played it. I've heard a lot of people say it's amazing, but it's also newer, so we'll see if it has the longevity that FTL has turned out to have. This lets me get level 3 artillery. Nothing more disrespectful than just jumping away for one more fight in the middle of the boss fight. Advanced FTL just paid for itself? Yeah, it looks like it did. Hades doesn't have the longevity, you don't think? But it's like playing a piece of art. Played Hades obsessively for about a month and you got intensely bored and haven't touched it since. Alright, one crew, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was wanting. Okay, level 3 will last long enough. So I did the cloak a little early, but it'll be plenty to last with level 3. Artillery. Wow, that was actually a really good artillery swipe. We don't want that guy to die to side room bug, so kill him before he gets out. Good. You want to leave the enemy flagship with one crew alive before phase 3. So the AI doesn't take over and have better dodges and repair speeds and stuff, so that's why we did that. Hades doesn't have the same replayability. At some point, you've done everything in the game is way more repetitive than FTL. Okay. Good Transistor a lot. Even got pretty far into the New Game Plus, but couldn't get into Hades. There's some people who probably don't like this game as much as other roguelikes for replayability, but I think as far as games that I've seen and played that are roguelikes for infinite replayability, I think the top two, FTL and Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac, they have had way more expansions and mods and stuff to add more replayability, but as far as base game goes and variety of builds you can have in the game, those are the two off the top of my head that I think have the most replayability. 48 scrap. I could get Sensors 3, but let's just go ahead and get Clone Bay maxed. I've ever played Shattered Pixel. Never have. You like the Charge Ion? Chain Ion's bad. Charge Ion's decent. It's probably the second best Ion, but Ions are just not good in general. Alright, so you're immune to mind control. The person we want mind controlled the least is our human on weapons, I guess? So if we do this, like move him to here, hit J. If he gets mind controlled, I can move somebody else to the weapons room. That's perfect. I'm even just going to let him do that. I'll eventually move somebody over there, but I might just let him kill the sensors. That is by far the best guy to get mind control there. Beautiful. This should be a super smooth final phase. Well, that was bad, actually. That was a really long delay between when that was supposed to start and when it actually happened there. Normal missiles, now we're good. Alright, GG. Good stinking run, man. Who kills it? Heavy laser? Heavy laser. GG cookie time. Fed B, what a strong run. A little dicey at the beginning, but overall that was a pretty smooth run, I gotta say. Kind of glad you started FTL a few months ago. So a lot of progress to go still. You just got your 7th win on hard mode. 21 more ships to go. Nice. Rand is going, he doesn't need to see. That's right. Yeah, hyperspace enables a lot of mods. It enables multiverse, hyperspace, a lot of individual ships created by a lot of folks here and elsewhere on the internet. But hyperspace is one of the big ones that enables a lot of cool new stuff. Check that score. 6153. Wow. That's our best score on this ship on the save file. Now you gotta leave to wash your hair. Alright. Enjoy your hair washing, Hecateris. I haven't done that in so long, I don't even know. I mean, I wash my hair every day, of course, but what hair to wash? 54 ships defeated and 98 beacons explored. Over half of the beacons explored had ships defeated. Look how much of a difference long-range scanners makes in scrap collected. That is crazy. What did we have last run? 104 beacons and 41 ships defeated with like 1,600 scrap. Long-range scanners so stinking good, man. Bye, good night. You're gonna hang out, head out, Vortex. Okay. We had a 6.9k run last time. Wow. Okay. And then you lost the run because you forgot how many times the excuse me, flagship had been there. Oh, that feels bad, man. All right, my friends, we have time for one more run. That was the Fed B. So let me really quickly stand up, use the restroom, take my final break of the day. Thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying. This has been a great day of generosity and awesomeness. So when we come back, we will do our last run and hope to keep the streak alive. That's 3 in a row. Let me make sure I get that. And I will see you all in just a bit, my friends. Y'all rock.